the big girl. Watch out for 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 the big girl. Big girl. Big girl. Big girl. Big girl. Big girl. Big girl.
Like, honey, it's a clear day. Land the freaking plane.
Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So this is off of a talk show called Tamron. I don't know who this lady is. This is my first time hearing about her. And apparently she had a conversation with the beautiful model Tess Holiday. And this is what she had to say.
I wasn't quite expecting it to blow up in the way that it did. I wasn't expecting everyone to talk about it around the world for weeks and months even. It basically caused me to stop taking care of myself in the way that I had been, to stop. I stopped feeding myself properly. I kind of got really depressed. I just really regressed into behaviors that weren't healthy for me. And it's even hard to talk about now. I wish that I just would have waited a little bit longer because I wasn't fully prepared. And I also didn't realize when I talked about it that we don't really discuss folks that are experiencing my type of eating disorder in larger bodies, because you look at fat bodies and you just all of a sudden say, well, you're healthy and all you do is sit around and eat. But for the world to say that all I'm doing is sitting around and eat when I'm starving was horrible, because anybody, any size can starve.
Now, I understand that anybody, any size can starve, because if, yes, we decided to hold Tess Holiday in some kind of cage somewhere and we didn't feed her for a few days, at that point she would be starving. But it's like one of those situations where, honey, you are 150 pounds overweight, possibly, maybe even more. I mean, they did that span back and let you see how big she was on that couch, and it honestly looks like, I mean, at any moment I expect that couch to just flip. Maybe they got the other end bolted down to the floor or something, but honey, she's looking big on that couch. I'm just saying. It's weird because most people, when they think of anorexic, they think of images like this. They think of people who are struggling and looking in the mirror at themselves and seeing a fat person when they're not fat. But you may very well be starving yourself for what? Like, what is the range of time period here? Because like an anorexic person will probably go something like 72 hours without eating. What do you go, 72 minutes or something? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, honey, you're not starving yourself. And if you are, you ain't doing it long enough.
And we are just conditioned to not care about folks in larger bodies, to just toss us away like we don't belong, like we don't matter. And it's exhausting.
Take me back a bit before even the reveal to your fans. We had you on the show celebrating Emmy, a landmark plus size model who was somebody who inspired you. I remember there you are, beautiful and smiling, seemingly happy.
Yeah.
What was going on behind the scenes before this reveal, before the diagnosis even?
Well, during the pandemic, it caused me to slow down like it did most of us. And I started really examining how I was feeding my body, or the lack thereof. And I met who I now work with, my dietitian, Anna Sweeney. I met her through a conference that we did, a virtual conference. And I reached out to her and I said, I think I need help. And when I reached out to her, I thought that I was overeating. I thought that I was binge eating. I thought that it was everything but what she said. And about 5 months into our sessions, she said, I can't diagnose you properly, but if I could, I would diagnose you as anorexia nervosa.
Dietitian, somebody who's not clinically able to diagnose you, but she's going to tell you that you're anorexic, and you, a person that's like at least 300 pounds, is going to sit there and believe her? Bro, whoever that dietitian is, she needs to lose her license. She needs to go back to school. Honey, you need to learn exactly what it is. I don't care. I can talk to Tess Holiday for 5 months and I can guarantee you I am not going to think she's anorexic. Now, she could possibly be bulimic. I would believe that. I would believe over compulsive eating disorder. I would believe binge eater. I would believe any of those diagnoses. But anorexia nervosa? Like, when I think of that, this is what I think of. I think of freaking Eugenia Cooney. Like, what? Look at you. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, because this girl is, again, very facially pretty. There are some very beautiful big women in this world, and I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying that you're not pretty, because nobody can deny that your face is very pretty, but your body... I've seen obese people, I've seen overweight people who rock it and who have it in places where it works. I've never seen a person who was like 600-pound life ready and I thought, wow, this person's like really gorgeous. No, I have pity for people like that. Now, in Tess Holliday's case, she's been able to, like, I guess, convince millions of people that she's truly beautiful. I mean, she's tatted up from top to bottom. I don't get it. I honestly don't. But I guess if big people need a spokesperson, let her be it. But this right here is tragic misinformation, okay?
And I was sitting on my kitchen counter, and I remember her saying it, and I just laughed. I went, no. Like,
why did you react that way?
Because look at me. I was like, I'm fat. Like, when you think of the term anorexia, you associate it with emaciated bodies. I had no idea that it could be me. And then I just was flooded with all kinds of feelings, because I thought, if I would have known that this was a possibility, I could have gotten help sooner if there wasn't so much weight by a stigma in the medical industry. Someone could have helped me before I got to this point.
What? You do need help. You need help for overeating. You overeat. Honey, you're sitting there, you can't see your lap. Your chest, your stomach connects with your knees. Okay? We saw that. That's why the camera took back. Like, listen to this girl. Like, they probably was like, really, like, everybody who was filming this was probably low-key laughing. This is tragic misinformation. Like, I really want to know who this dietitian is so that we can find her and get her. She needs to get her license revoked. She is required to go back to school and learn what it is, learn about the different eating disorders, because, honey, anorexia would not be it. You've got something going on, definitely. I agree there, but it ain't anorexia. It's not that. Anyway, guys, please leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Am I being harsh on this girl, or is she just like, I mean, come on, she just not see, like, honey, it's a clear day. Land the freaking plane.